add her to the stream. Hello, Coach Watson. Can you hear me? Coach Watson.
I can. My connection's a little shaky. Can you hear me well?
Are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you. How are you today?
Okay,
I feel
pretty
like
good.
it
How
cleared.
about you?
I'm great. I'm vibing here. I feel like it cleared up a little bit there, so we should be good to go. But let's talk about the season you've had here. I mean, last year I called a couple of your games. I called your Waterloo game, and of course I called a couple of your Brookfield games as well. The one that you lost, and then the district final that you guys won, and then the next round, of course, you guys did play Wayndale. But great season you had last year. Now moving into this year, uh, you know, you guys were a little bit down. You didn't have Sienna Smith throughout the whole year, but you stuck with it and you won some tough games. I was looking at your schedule. You still came out and won some tough games and had a great season. And you're in the tournament and you won a couple great games. And now you have Sienna Smith back, and look where you are. How do you feel right now? um, you hear me?
I feel great. It's tough when you lose a player like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I hear
You know
you.
what? I'm gonna connect to my phone. Give me a minute.
Okay, go ahead. We'll take a quick step aside.
I'm gonna connect to my.
It's okay. We're waiting. There we go. I think
Yeah.
I think we're good now. All right, now we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Year. Oh, but Sienna Smith was out pretty much the whole year, but you guys stuck with it. You guys, still have Demi Watson, and you guys, won some tough games, and the record. I really truly believe that you guys are a heck of a lot better than your record, and that has been showing definitely in this tournament. So you go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, our record. The games that we lost. Aside for maybe some tough games, were really maybe all under 5 or 6 points. A lot of 50-50 balls. And a lot of it had to do with just, trying to learn new plays, trying to learn each other. It's tough when you take on a new role, but I think our girls did so well, just getting better and better every night. Then with the return of Sienna, that just makes us so much more better. With Sienna, it opens the game up for so many other players because there's another threat on the outside, a great passer. So I think that it kind of hurt us in the beginning, but tournament time, the experience, the different looks that the girls have is going to just help us so much more in tournament time.
Yes, most definitely. And I've been being filled in here by our own Alec Caberna, who's been calling you guys game, and he's dedicated to you guys. He loves calling you guys. And he's like, Matt, he tells me a lot. So he fills me in here and there. But, of course, I know this is your last season, and you've had a great run here as Liberty coach, and even no matter what happens during this season, a lot of people will remember the name Deidre Watson for years to come. I definitely will. I know Alec will. what has it meant to you though to coach this team in particular, to all the previous teams as well?
I mean, coming into coach high school basketball was definitely a challenge for me. I kind of took it kind of not willingly, but willingly. I just wasn't something that I was kind of looking for. It taught me a lot about myself, and it taught me to react to maybe things differently. I've had formed a lot of great relationships with past players. It's just a joy to watch them to become the adults that they're becoming. But I love the game of basketball, and so coaching just always gave me a new perspective. And I'll cherish relationships. I've met some great people that I probably wouldn't have, crossed paths with. So it's just been a great experience for me to coach high school basketball, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
We're back here. I lost connection there for a second. If Deidre will pop back on here in a minute, maybe I'll send her a text. But they've uh, We're back here. Well, I think we're back. The Wi-Fi just in and out here, everybody. I totally apologize, but as before, Hopefully we can get here we go. Here we go. I got Deidre back. All right. So sorry about that. My connection is bad here too. Some days it's 100% here in Mineral Ridge, and then other days it's this horrible. So sorry about that. But where were we? We were talking about Sienna
It's the
Smith.
rain. Yeah, I was
It's
just talking
definitely the
about,
rain. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just talking about the joys of coaching.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, I was looking at your schedule here. I mean, you always got some tough battles with Brookfield. I know that you win one, you lose one. That usually happens quite back and forth. I believe that's always a tough matchup. But Brookfield is out of the tournament, so you won't see a rematch with them of last year. But you guys are on the upset side as well. I mean, coming in and defeating a very good team like Poland. What were you and your squad thinking before that game? Oh. What were you and your squad thinking before the game?
My
You hear me?
Yeah, my phone's a little bit better. I don't know. My computer's over here acting crazy. Can you hear me
It's
no better
okay.
now?
Yeah, I hear you better now. Hopefully we can stay.
Right.
Oh man. But
Okay.
yeah, Poland, very tough team to come in and take down. I mean, I believe they only lost like 5 games on the season, but you guys came in, you ended their run. You continue a little bit of your Cinderella run per se. I mean, if when you guys are full throttle, you guys are indeed not an underdog by any means, but just the kind of the situation of the season is looking like a little bit of a Cinderella run on other terms. But what was that like going into Poland? And what'd you guys plan for your matchup and stuff like that, like keys of the game?
Well, we knew Poland would be a tough game for us, but we match up well with them. If you look by player, just putting Sienna back in the game just puts us over the edge. That I knew that they would come out and they would trap. They would try to double team us and, just try to drive the ball. The good thing about Sienna not being there is that we've been able to develop Mia as another ball handler. So she's a lot more comfortable under pressure now. So then that gives us another ball handler. So we were able to handle those traps very well. We knew that we had to make sure Katie McDonald, she's an awesome player. She's, over 6 feet.
Yeah.
So we had to challenge Michaela to make sure that, she tried to keep her off the offensive glass as much as she could. And then we just, Mary Brandt, we knew that she loved to drive in the middle. She has crazy hopping ability, finishing ability. So we should try to limit her points. The defensive side, we just make sure that we talked well, we rotated well. And so those were keys to the game, which the girls really did a good job of executing what they needed to do.
Yes, and I knew Poland was gonna come in and trap, and you guys got some height on your team as well, and like they have the one girl that's above 6 foot, but the other players when they're a lot shorter than taller, a lot shorter than some of your players that come in and trap. It's kind of hard, because they're a little bit taller and they have the reach and they can get it over, and you added Mia Parker in as another great ball handler, and you guys kind of got that big four now with Demi Watson, Mia Parker, and Sienna Smith in, as well as Aaliyah Foster as well.
Right.
So you guys, in a way, Sienna Smith being out has, kind of that next man up type of thing has made a couple of players even better. Would you say so?
I mean, absolutely. Mia and even Kylie, they have stepped up and, with the ball handling abilities. I challenged them this season. I probably rode them a lot harder than they could, but always
You're supposed to.
Yeah, but I always tell them after practice, great job just handling the criticism and getting better. That's always, what I'm looking for is just to take on the challenge and to get better game by game. Mia especially has taken on that point guard role, and so she'll be even better come next year. When there's not a Sienna, Demi, or Aaliyah, she'll be able to take on that role and own it.
Yes, most definitely. I don't doubt that one bit. But the team you're going up here in the district semifinal, another team that has made a little bit of a run in Lakeview. And, of course, Lakeview beat Mooney, who upset Brookfield in that fantastic overtime thriller in Brookfield, Ohio. But, Lakeview coming in here at 15 seed, lower than you guys. You guys are a 12. So you got a little bit of a battle of the lower seeds here per se. A couple teams that just got hot in that tournament, like Lakeview, and Lakeview got kind of got a little bit of luck there that they didn't have to take on Brookfield. I'm sure a little bit of the weight was lifted off. Like, hey, all right, Mooney just had a good game, and I'm sure they felt a little comfortable in playing Mooney. And nothing against Mooney, they had a great year. I called some of their games this year as well, but that was more of a better matchup there, I believe, with Mooney and with Lakeview. But going into this game, a couple more questions for you. What are you going into this game? You kind of don't want to take it lightly. Like, you just beat Poland, very top team. Now you got a little bit of a lower team in Lakeview. So what are you going in here and, keeping your girls ready?
Funny, I watched YSU coach, the boys coach, who talked about a trap game. And this is exactly what I feel like this is for us. And we can't come in taking them lightly. Just like I said with Poland, rankings don't matter. Lakeview's a very gritty team, and I know that they play very hard. They give 100% effort. And so we have to go in with that same mentality. Basketball is a game of runs, and they could have a good run, and the game could go their way if we take them lightly. We did scrimmage Lakeview. It was a try scrimmage with Lakeview, Mooney, and ourselves. So I've seen them in action, and I know how hard they play. They don't give up. They don't stop. So we're not going in taking this game lightly. We may be the favorite, but we're going to play like we're the underdog.
Yes, absolutely. And then one more question for you, then we'll get you on your way here. The next opponent Garfield plays Kirtland, and that could go either way. Kirtland has had a great run in that underdog side as well, so you never know what can happen there. But if you guys have to match up against Garfield again, a team that has beaten you twice on the season, what do you got to do just to keep your girls? Like, I know you added Sienna back, which is awesome for you guys, but what do you guys got to do going into that game? It's going to be one heck of a matchup. I know that. You got to keep your girls' heads up. Like, hey, they beat us in the regular season, but that doesn't matter now. Just kind of push it back behind in the rear view, right?
Exactly. We're going to have to go and play 4 quarters of basketball.
Yeah.
The thing about Garfield, when they beat us, I think the quarters were probably within 2 or 4 points. And there was one quarter where we had a bad quarter and maybe scored 2 or 4 points. So we can't allow that to happen. We have to play 4 quarters of basketball. We just have to give the best effort we can. Likewise, if it's Kirtland, we are familiar with them. I think we played them maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Also a great team, giving great effort. So whatever comes our way, we're going to be prepared to battle. We do want to get another district championship. And so
yes.
That's what our goal is. We're going to have to work hard. Nothing's given. It's going to have to be earned.
Yes, most definitely. And I'm sure you'd love to go out, leave as your final season with another district championship back to back, per se. I'm sure that would be a great walk off into the sunset for you. But hey, Coach, thanks for coming on here with me. I know we had some connection problems, but thank you so much for coming on. And if the ride continues, we're going to have to get you on here again to talk with me. But Coach, good luck to you tonight against Lakeview. I'll be tuning in. I'll be keeping an eye on it because I'll be calling 2 games tonight. So, but good luck to you, and we'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.